Welcome back to the Guy Dawson Show here at WCOBM, the World Center of Broadcast Media. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Guy Dawson Show today. I'm here to represent Guy Dawson. He is unfortunately could not be with us today, and we're here talking with the lovely Christina Aldon. Christina, before we get started on talking more about working on our brand and the training and speaking aspects of your business, let's have you go ahead and share your contact information with everybody to let them know how they can reach you.
Oh, sure. You can reach me online. It's ChristinaAldon.com. It's just my name. And also I'm on Twitter and Instagram as Lucky Girly Girl. Mm-hmm.
Excellent,
Mm-hmm.
excellent.
Mm-hmm.
And so you've been, in talking with you previously, you've been concentrating more on the mentoring and the speaking and training parts of your business.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really intrigued about this mentoring part because I think that, as someone who has done that role for other people, and I've also been a mentee as well.
Yes, right. Uh-huh.
I think that it's really wonderful to talk to you about that. How would you, is that a service that your company actually provides?
Well, I usually pick up a few different mentees, and I usually exchange time, or sometimes I'll donate time depending on where they are.
Okay.
So I have mentees anywhere from 16 years old all the way up to 55 years old. So people are depending on what my experience is and what experience they're looking for, I'm able to help them. And so that's really all mentoring is. And that is a part of emotional intelligence, is coaching and mentoring and sharing what you've learned in your experiences. So I'm a really big fan of that. And I do that from all over the world. I have a mentee in Morocco. I have mentees in Los Angeles.
Oh, wow.
I have, and it just depends on what kind of experience they're looking for. Sometimes it's communication. Sometimes it's branding. Sometimes it's social media marketing. How do we clean up our image?
Yes.
Those kinds of things. And I just think that it's really important. I started mentoring pretty much when we had our nonprofit, when we had Girls in Tech Las Vegas. It was really important to me. We used to do a mentor moment quarterly event every quarter with women in media, and that was a really good organization. And when we closed it and we stopped doing those, I wanted to kind of continue on with that. So we did Eat, Laugh, Discover events. We had our monthly group with women. It was all female entrepreneurs, and so every single month we would meet for a healthy meal. Usually it was vegan or a vegetarian meal, and then we'd talk about something in business and mentor each other around a topic.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I really like that kind of stuff because I can see how my experiences and my stories that we were talking earlier. It's so interesting. Like, you just don't know how your life experiences are going to help other people when it's you think maybe it's insignificant or it's just a little moment, but in fact, I've learned a lot in sharing because what happens is I give people the information and I see what they do with it, and then I learn from them as well. So it really is win-win. So I speak about mentorship a lot and setting up mentoring programs at companies as well for helping to leave a legacy and to cross-train for departments.
I think that's fantastic. I think that the most successful I've ever felt like I've done personally or professionally in my life, I've always had a mentor at that particular office or that particular job. And it was someone who volunteered to do it. Someone in a higher position of leadership who said, you know what, Corintha, you've got something going on here, and I want to see, how can we unlock that potential? Yeah,
that's how I choose my mentees too. I get asked probably once a week. I probably get asked maybe 2 or 3 times a week.
Popular.
But you can only volunteer so much of your time. So.
There's only one you, and 24 hours in a day, and you have to sleep.
That's right. And that is a tough lesson for us entrepreneurs oftentimes, unfortunately. But yes, so I kind of pick and choose, and usually at any given time I'll have maybe about 5 to 7 people that I'm mentoring actively
That's
at
amazing.
One time. Yeah. Maybe one day I'll throw a party and put them all under one roof.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah.
I love, I do kind of want to go back to something we were talking about a little bit earlier, where I love this concept you came up with where you're talking about the tour guide versus the travel agent. Can you talk a little bit more about that?
Yeah, I think that sometimes it's really easy to get enticed or take advice from the wrong people, I feel like if you're not speaking from experience, then it's really, really difficult to try to advise another person how to do it. So I really like to teach that way myself as well. That's why I work with a lot of female entrepreneurs, and that's why I work with women in tech and in that industry, because it's very relevant to me. But, the information that I give and that I share is usually because I've experienced it. It's from my own personal experience, and I want to share what I've learned with people to try to enhance their lives. When we have advice from a agent, right? We have a travel agent that helps sell us tickets to places that are far away that they've never been.
Right.
I prefer to take it more of the tour guide aspect, right? Where the tour guide is in the places, living it. They know all of the great little coffee shops and the best places to eat and where they're going to give you the best exchange rate on your currency, right? And so that's kind of the approach that I take to my business, because I'm a self-actualized woman. I don't have any fancy business degrees from Berkeley or anything like that. I just kind of hacked entrepreneurship and got lucky enough to still stay afloat after however many years. So that's kind of how I did it, and that's how I teach people. I think that a lot of times women, we think maybe we're not going to make a choice or a decision because we want it to be perfect. We want the credentials, and I just tell people, go for it. Just
absolutely,
fail faster, make those mistakes, learn from them quicker, and then just go.
Oh yeah, no, I completely agree with you 100%. That's I like to think that that's how I live my life. I'm very goal driven, very goal oriented, but I don't just sit on the couch and make goals. I actually go after them.
Analysis paralysis, I call it. Analysis paralysis.
Oh my
goodness. You can
goodness.
get stuck on the couch.
Yes.
Or you can get stuck, because I'm a speaker, I see people at lots of different conferences, and it almost seems like some people just, they like to go to conferences. That's what they do. They never get to implementing the things they learn at the conferences, but they're always going to conferences, and so that's cool if that's your thing. But for me, I want to take the information and I want to grow my business.
Absolutely.
And that's what I always encourage people to do.
Definitely. This is exciting stuff that you're tapping into. I think it's fantastic that you are. I really want to say empowering people, not just women, but business owners, entrepreneurs. I feel like you're empowering people to tap into, maybe potentials and abilities that they maybe didn't have before. Whether you're doing that through mentoring, speaking, training, and even in your digital advertisement business also, through your teaching that you do through that. That's exciting.
Yeah, exactly. Because I don't want people calling me every 5 minutes. What do I do now? What's the next thing? What's the next thing? I would much rather empower them with the tools.
You sound like someone who used to work in IT. I know that feeling quite well. It's all about empowering people so they can do for themselves.
That's right. Exactly.
That's awesome. That is so awesome. I love that you're doing this kind of work. And so just one last time for the folks out there, let's go ahead and have you go ahead and repeat your contact information so people can get a hold of you for all the different kinds of services that you provide. Go ahead and let everybody know.
Sure. Yeah, my website is ChristinaAldon.com, and I'm Lucky Girly Girl on Twitter and on Instagram. My phone number is 702-900-3419.
That is amazing. We are so excited to have you here.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for your time today and for sharing this wonderful advice with everyone out there. And you know what? Everybody out there, let's be the tour guide.
That's right.
Let's live that experience for ourselves so we can keep sharing and keep giving in that knowledge with each other.
Exactly. Thank you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. Thank you so much, Christina. I'm just super excited to have you here. And
Thank you.
And if you could, thank you very much for being on the Guy Dawson Show today. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
And we will be back after the break with some new guests after the commercial break. Thank you.